Well, Raider Nation, last night I woke up to a blizzard-like condition, gusting winds, knocking all of my stuff over. I got construction going on behind me for the new Raider studio, and it got me thinking as I came out here this morning and the desert is now a snow plain, about rapid change. And got me thinking about the Raiders and everything that's going on with the Raiders right now. You just don't know. Like, from one year to the next, you could have massive change, and everything that has happened very rapidly in this offseason has got me really thinking about the fact that Tom Brady is now an owner of the Las Vegas Raiders and what he is going to bring, because apparently Tom Brady was the catalyst for both Antonio Pierce and Tom Telesco being fired. Tom Brady had a beef with Bill Belichick during his tenure there, especially towards the end, of not having any say in the offense and drafts and free agency. And that's why he left and went to Tampa Bay. And now, as a part owner of the Las Vegas Raiders and an overwhelming support of Mark Davis in anything that Tom Brady wants to do, there's massive change about to come to the Raiders. It is not going to be the same old Raiders of old, of the past 20 plus years, of missing the playoffs and failure and abysmal mediocrity over and over and over again, because Tom Brady is simply not going to do that. He is not going to accept that. And I think that Tom Brady becoming a part owner, at first, I was staunchly against it, but I think this could be a good thing for the Raiders, and I'm going to tell you why. Number one, Tom Brady is really good at evaluating talent. I think Tom Brady understood that perhaps Tom Telesco is not that great at evaluating talent. He had some issues in the free agency with the Chargers and hiring head coaches. And this is why he was let go from the Chargers. And I think that he was about to do the same thing here with the Raiders. He didn't really learn. He brought in Gardner Minshew and gave him a $25 million contract. And Gardner Minshew is a second-rate quarterback at best in the NFL. He is a backup quarterback. Nothing against Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew is a wonderful person. But as your star quarterback, Gardner Minshew is not the guy. So you got to get the guy. And I think that's what Tom Brady is about right now. I think Tom Brady is about bringing in highly skilled, talented stars to the Las Vegas Raiders. And that includes the coach and the general manager. Now, there's a lot of speculation right now that Tom Brady is going to be one and done when it comes to Fox Sports. That he's a commentator, he's restricted because he's a part owner of a team. I don't think that's going to really fulfill him. Tom Brady wants to build championships, and reporting on other teams building championships isn't going to cut it for Tom Brady. So I believe that firing Tom Telesco means that you could end up with perhaps Champ Kelly, who's interviewing for the GM spot today, as your GM de facto. And Tom Brady is your real GM. I think after the Super Bowl, Tom Brady will take a very prominent role. I think he'll step down from Fox. It's not about the money that they're going to pay him. That is not a big deal to Tom Brady. He's already worth over $100 million plus. So what does he need? And he's a part owner of a team. I think that Tom Brady is going to play a very active role, and whoever the GM is will be subservient to Tom Brady's wishes and wills and desires. And I think that this is a good thing for the Raiders, because for too long since Al Davis died, Mark Davis has just made one bad decision after another, from coaches to GM to players, free agents, draft. It's all been absolutely terrible. So I want to know what you guys think about this. Is Tom Brady going to become the new GM, de facto GM? Is he going to be the guy calling all the shots? Kind of like John Gruden was, right? John Gruden wasn't the official GM, but he made all the calls when it came to free agency, draft, etc. can Tom Brady really transition from being a superstar player to a general manager owner like Al Davis was? Well, I think that anything is better than what we've had since Al Davis died. I think taking the major decisions away from Mark Davis and handing them over to a guy who is much better as an evaluator of talent is only a good thing for the Raiders long term. And I know Tom Brady was a Patriot. I know Tom Brady beat us a lot. All the time, actually. And it was sickening to watch. And it was sickening to watch all the bandwagon fans of the Patriots who are all now Chiefs fans, right? You know, I want to see that with the Raiders now. I want to see the Raiders take that next step and become the dominant team in the AFC West. But that's going to be difficult because, again, we have 3 all-star coaches in the AFC West. All 3 of them have really good quarterbacks, and we don't. I think Tom Brady's going to fix that. So top of the list, obviously, is Ben Johnson. He has been requested to interview with the Raiders, and I think that he is the number 1 target. From what I'm hearing, he is the guy that the Raiders are going after. And again, this could be a package deal like I talked about in yesterday's video. And I think it would be good. You know, you bring in Detroit's assistant general manager and Ben Johnson as your head coach and Tom Brady. You put those 3 offensive-minded gurus in the same room, as long as it's not an ego issue, if they can all work together, I think the Raiders are going to have a very good team. Maybe not all, right away in 2025, but I don't think that you're going to see the Raiders only winning 4 games this coming year. This season, I think the Raiders will go out and will get a better quarterback than what we have currently. I.e., it could be Justin Fields. Now, I know there was some blowback for me saying that from some of the fans, saying, oh man, this dude's talking about Justin Fields. He clearly doesn't know what he's talking about. Well, I do know this. Justin Fields went 4-2 with the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's a winning record. Aiden O'Connell didn't do that. Gardner Minshew didn't do that. Desmond Ridder didn't do that. He gives you another dynamic at quarterback that the Raiders simply don't have. And that's athleticism and a very high upside. Now, what his upside is, we don't know. You could also go after Sam Darnold in the free agency. He's going to cost you over $50 million a year. Well, we got the money. We could also trade up or try to trade up and get Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders may very well fall to the Raiders at 6. And if he does, that's pretty much a lock that Shedeur Sanders is the future franchise quarterback for the foreseeable future, because he has a very close personal relationship with Tom Brady. And Tom Brady believes that he's going to be a great quarterback in the NFL. Now, I don't know if I agree with that, but if Tom Brady thinks that Shedeur Sanders has it, and we go out and we get Shedeur Sanders, I'm not going to complain. I think the Raiders will be better off with Shedeur Sanders than what we've had already. Now, this is a long video of me just rambling on, talking about change, and I understand that. But like this morning, when yesterday's video, you seen it was just dry desert. It was 60 degrees. It was beautiful building weather. This morning, it's about 30 degrees, and it's snow everywhere in the desert. And that's just like the Raiders. Washington and Houston got a quarterback, changed their futures. I think the Raiders can do the same thing this year. Let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, because I'll be out here no matter what, rain, shine, or snow, even a blizzard, Raider Diaz reporting just for you. See you guys in the next video. Salute, Raider Nation!